video, I am going to show you how to create an assignment in Canvas that links to your either a Google slide or a Google document or whatever you wanted to use to give your students for that assignment. So you're going to go to your assignments tab inside of Canvas, and then you're going to go to add assignment. Once it opens, it's going to ask you to create an assignment name. So I'm going to just name this sample. We'll do how I spent my summer vacation. And then you're going to want to put all of your directions that you have here for that one. So I quickly had this saved. And then it's going to, and I'm just going to paste it onto here. So it just talks about my directions of how after they have watched the live session or they rewatched the session that we did, and they're going to now create a planning map, which I would have showed them in the live lesson, and they're going to do this on their own for independent work. And then yesterday they're going to be building off of what they did yesterday, which would have been a bubble map where we read the sources, created a bubble map to brainstorm, and now they picked their topics, and now they're going to expand on that. So what they're going to do is you're going to want to make sure that you have where they're going to click on the assignment below, and then they are going to, it's going to pop up a screen, and then they're going to want to make sure that they submit that work. So I wrote that here. And then, so you're going to want to go down here. This is where it's important to embed it. So you're going to go to right here where it says online, and you're going to switch it to external tool. Then you're going to go to find, and then you're going to have all of these pop up. You're going to want to go to the one that says Google Assignments. Once you're in here, it's going to make sure that you're you, so you're going to click Continue. And then you're going to click Attach. So over here in my Google Drive, I've already created an assignment. So in my personal drive, I did this. So I have a bunch of folders, and then the one I have is I have a class assignments for 2020-21 school year. I created this planning map already, but before I do, I'm going to show you quickly how I did that. So in here, you're going to want to create your background in PowerPoint and then save that slide as a JPEG so that you can paste it to the background on your Google slide, and then now it won't move. So my kids will not be able to edit anything that is on the slide that I don't want them to edit. So like titles and stuff or directions. And then you can create text boxes within that so that is what they would type in and submit to you. So you would go to background. I already have this saved as a JPEG from my PowerPoint. So this was the PowerPoint that I created. And then I saved each one of these as a JPEG. And if you don't know how to do that, you just go to File, Export, and then it'll come up with what you want to do. You name it, desktop, and then right here in file format, you can choose what you wanted to save that as. And then it will save. I usually save it to my desktop so I can quickly get it. So now I'm going to browse for the page that I want to put on there. So I have my planning map, and it's going to open up, and it's going to go straight to the background. Now that it's on the background, I can now create text boxes within here to have them type here, and then they can now type right there with their name, and I would create it for each box so that they can type in each box. So I've already done that, so I'm not going to create another one and waste your time. So right here I've already done that in my planning map, and I already have all the type here buttons once it loads with my planning map. Okay, so now I'm going to go back here where it says create assignment, and I push continue. I'm going to find the planning map that I already have done, which was this one right here, planning map, and then I'm going to add. So now if you look here, it says it's going to make it a copy for each student, which is awesome. So, and you can't change it, but that's kind of what you want to do anyways, because you want each student submitting their own. And this way they can't get into anyone else's work too. So once you go there, you can choose a due date, because I do want them to have an end goal of that same day. I'm going to choose a due date of by tonight. I want it submitted so that we can move on to the next step tomorrow. And then I'm going to push create. It takes a little bit, but once it creates, you're going to just click select because you just selected Google Assignments. So make sure you click select. It'll go into here, and now it has the external tool URL right there. So now you're going to go down here to save and publish. So this is what it will look like from the teacher end. So I will show you too what it will look like from the student end and how they would submit their work. But so right here, so this is what I would see, and I would see this huge submission spot so that once a student submits their work, all of their work will show up here for me in this spot. But I'm going to show you now from a student point of view. So if I click on student view, come on. They would go into their assignment. I would have this assignment linked to a button on my front page or in there, and then they can easily access it that way so they don't have to go to the assignments, because eventually I'm going to have a whole lot of assignments here. So here I have the sample how I spent my summer vacation. I have the directions, and then eventually this will pop up. So down here, when a student comes in, they won't see this page because it'll be logged into their Gmail account for the school. So I am going to log into my classroom account right now so you can see what that looks like as a student. So when the student logs in, they're going to come down here and it'll say open assignment. They're going to click on open assignment, and they will click on their planning map right here, and it already names it to their first and last name, and then it'll say planning map. So when all of your students end up doing it and it will go into the drive, it'll have all of their names there. So they're going to click on this, but they need to make sure, and we're going to want to really stress this, is that they need to go back to this page after they have completed their planning map and click submit in order for it to show up as submitted on your teacher's screen. So you're going to click on this. They now can open up here. They can type in whatever they want. If my computer would load today. Alright, so I'm just going to type in Levi. The topic might be, I went to the beach with my family. And then they would go through and fill out each box, their character settings, emotions, event 1, event 2, and then their ending. And so once they're done with that, it saves automatically like this, but they're going to want to X out of this, but they're going to want to go back to this page and say that they have submitted their work and that they're done. So that once it's submitted, it'll go to a fun screen. Yeah, so it says, yeah, you're set. Yay, you've submitted your work. And if they needed to, they could unsubmit, rework on it. Their files are right here that they can access it, but it's also in their drive. And then you would go back to here. It shows open assignment now because they've already submitted it. So instead of saying work on it, it'll say open it. And then I'm going to leave student view so you can see what it looks like from the teacher view now. And now I need to switch back to my account. And then it'll pop up showing that a student submitted already. So right here it shows that this student submitted their work, and then I can click on that and access their work right away. I can also go to my drive because it automatically saves a folder on your drive too of their work, and it's in assignments. It's just named assignments, and then it's your workroom from your Canvas, and then they'll put how their samples. These are the different assignments. I had another one made before. But, and then once you click on one of these, that student's work is right here, and it'll be named after each student. So you could see all of their work, or even if they're working on it, you could literally click on it while they're working on it and see what they're doing. Or, and that's how you can give assistance that way too. So I think this probably is going to be a really good way to do it. And then eventually I want to, instead of using modules in all, I was thinking maybe just using assignments, and in the front page connecting from, I don't know why it's going so slow. Okay, so if like they clicked on Monday for their work, I could have like their video, live video, how they would get there. They would how to rewatch the live session, and then this is where their independent work would be, and all they would do is just click on that link and it would take them straight to their assignments. So I think that would probably be really easy for them to navigate because it's only a few clicks. But yeah, I hope this helped. And if you have any other questions on it or other suggestions of what we could do, I'm open, but just let me know.